Hello everybody. I just thought I'd do a live rather than doing a personal note and probably taking quite a long time to write it. So I hope you're all doing okay. I hope you had a lovely weekend. Time is flying by. It feels very strange to be back in England at the moment, and I am adjusting. I'm back working again now, and I've got clients online. A few of you have asked me if I'll do home visits. I don't mind. I'm sure we can be sensible with COVID and everything else. You're very welcome to private message me. But it's been very strange coming back to the UK. Very strange on lots and lots of levels. It's been amazing to meet my youngest granddaughters and just to be welcomed back into the arms of my family. And I know I've been quiet. I know a lot of you have been waiting to see me, and I know a lot of you are looking for appointments and everything else, which I do understand. It's just very strange. There's no words really. It's lovely. I know I've seen a few of you as friends, and I'm very, very grateful for the support that I've had. I bumped into a very dear friend, Colin Clark, in the supermarket the other day. He nearly jumped out of his skin. He didn't even know I was back in the UK. So it's been very special. It's been very tiring as well. I've been exhausted on lots of levels. I think it's just adjustments, obviously, having the business, getting back in the swing of things, getting the books sorted. I've still got the new one to write, and kind of getting my head around everything really. So many changes. A few of you have asked me if I'm missing my travels, and the honest answer is yes. But I've also got to focus on, being here and being with family and being sensible. I've, been taking money out of the bank, and it's time to put some money back in the bank. And I'm just loving being with my just family, just catching up. My granddaughters have all grown up. They're all taller, they're all bigger. Obviously, I met the new one who's only 13, 14 months old, and she's just a delight. It's been lovely to see my parents, my brother, my sister-in-law, my nephews, my nieces. I know there are so many of you that want to see me at the moment because I've been so tired. I think it's just the adjustment. I think, obviously we've had the solstice. I'm very sensitive to energies anyway, and then, going through the transition and integrating all the healing energies with Bapa Manku, and I still miss my friends in Bali. I've been very blessed. I met many people in Bali, Nepal, India, and New Zealand as well. This time last year I was in New Zealand with Matthew, Philip and Rachel, and I met many new people there. I was incredibly blessed. So I've just had a walk in nature just to ground and balance, and found a lovely place under the trees. I've just put some photographs on. So I'm taking care of myself. I'm hoping to start doing FaceTimes again just to help us through. I know many of us are still struggling with the COVID and the disruptions. Some people inevitably will maybe lose the business, which is very sad, especially when it's taken years to build up a business. So I've just spoken to a friend, and they've got to open the shop, and obviously that's, new screens and new guidelines and various different things. But I was in Wordon Park at the weekend, and the cafe's open there, and I just said to her, it's lovely to see you open again, and I really hope that you manage to kind of pull back the business as such. And she said, everybody's wished us the same. So I think there's some good to come out of the COVID. I think it's an absolute blessing in many ways. Maybe there's going to be more community. My brother and his wife are growing crops on the land. Many people are growing their own tomatoes, their own herbs, their own vegetables, and I think it is definitely the way forward. And for me, I've always been connected to nature, so I think growing things and appreciating them, and there's really nothing like your homegrown courgettes, tomatoes, and whatever else you're growing. So I'm going to apologise in advance. I do appreciate that many of you have asked to see me, and to be honest, I just needed a couple of weeks to just get back online with my family, particularly, you know, the younger ones, because they've missed me dreadfully. Just to receive such a warm welcome and share insightful conversations and just catch up with relatives has been quite overwhelming in one way, to be honest, but in a beautiful way. And obviously I need to take care of myself as well, so you know, when I've needed to go to bed for a siesta in the afternoon and down tools, then that's what it's been like. But I do appreciate many of you have recommended me for readings, healings, Reiki teaching, hypnotherapy, psychotherapy, homeopathy and everything else. And honestly, I can't thank you enough, because a friend of mine said, you know, you're not having to rebuild the business again. It's already there. Your clients are already there. But to some degree or another, you know, it seemed a bit daunting. And my friend Carl and I were working together doing confidence workshops, heart-centered workshops, law of attraction workshops and things before I left the United Kingdom. And if any of you have got any ideas, because I think so many people are feeling discombobulated. I know we've got the COVID restrictions and everything, but they're not going to be there forever, and certain things need planning. I know I've done this work for many, many years, but nonetheless. So if any of you have any ideas, it may be that I do some courses online, kind of got over the fear of doing the FaceTime, and I'm hoping to get some of these videos on YouTube as well. So I'd appreciate any help, any recommendations, any ideas. You know, some of you might want motivational advice. I think many of you know that my friend Peter Sanderson, sorry, I'm just going to get my cup of tea. I've just been out walking, so I'm still sweating. So cheers to all of you. Me and Tony, when I was in Geneva, used to do, you know, cheers every morning, or me and Ted and other friends. It means a lot, doesn't it? The simple things. Friendships go a long way, not just in these times, but at all times. Yeah, please let me know what's best for you. You know, if any of you need help in any way, shape or form, even if you just want me to send some absent healing, it's absolutely fine. Some of you have asked for recommendations on homeopathic remedies. Obviously, I need to remember where I left my homeopathic remedies. I gave them away to quite a few friends. So, you know, I'm back for the time being. I know many of you have said, how long are you here for? Well, I don't know is the answer. Coming back to my granddaughters and seeing how much they've missed me and various different things, I need to just be in the moment. As far as I know, I'm going to be here for a while. I've already been invited back to Geneva. I've got a beautiful house to stay in when I go back, but I need to touch base, and I need to get the book sorted. Many of you know I've written a book. It's called The Dance of the Mosquito. That's the 5th book while I've been away, and I'm just revamping the other one from Stuck Duck to Hummingbird. I'd like your advice, actually. I'm just wondering whether to call it The Heart of a Successful Living, as my friend Tony and I came up with that one, or The Soul of Successful Living. Because from Stuck Duck to Hummingbird, a friend of mine said, you know, with the book cover and everything, it looks like a children's book, and it's got all the essentials as guidance in there to help you get through life. And I think sometimes we do need a toolkit for these things, you know. I think it's hard getting through life, and I think COVID has challenged many people. I mean, I was really lucky that I had quite a support group in Geneva, many of you from England were contacting me every day, and I guess I'm quite comfortable in my own skin, so to be able to manage for 3.5 months on my own, predominantly on my own, was quite something. I know it's been difficult for many of you. I really, really get that. So yeah, it's kind of back to basics now, just getting my head around, getting back in a routine, whatever routine is going to come, and being in the now is completely different. So hopefully I can't do a FaceTime every day. I know I used to do them Monday to Friday. I'm busy on Thursday anyway. But I do hope to do some YouTube clips. I'm doing the Sacred Pause meditations a lot with Peter Sanderson, so they're free. You can go on YouTube and there's a Facebook page, the Sacred Pause meditation. The meditations on there are the chakras, the heart, nature, letting go, moving on. There's a whole collection, and they're about 10 or 15 minutes each, maybe 20. So we can all make 15 or 20 minutes in a day. So I'm going to be doing YouTube clips on journaling, thinking about writing your own book, because obviously now that I'm writing book 6, and the amount of procrastination and challenges that you'll come up against. I'm going to do some meditations through YouTube on spirit guides and connecting back to yourself, listening to your heart, listening to your soul. So I kind of feel very focused, I think is the right word. I'm just really taking care of myself at the moment, eating healthy, drinking healthy, having a good night's sleep, and just being grateful, absolutely grateful for the simple things, for friends, family. Many of you have supported me, many of you have already started recommending me to other people, and that's how things worked in the beginning for me. I've been in business for over 20 years, and so many people in the last few months and while I've been travelling have been getting in touch. Some of you have been, some of the clients who were my earliest from over 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 17 years ago, and I'm forever grateful for the simple things in life. I think it's really important to say that and to be in appreciation for all the simple things in life. So yeah, if any of you have any ideas, there'll be self-care videos I'm going to make, self-love, self-development, because for me, especially teaching Reiki for as many years as I have done, Reiki is about healing, but of course it's put your own oxygen mask on first. It's about healing yourself first. So when we look at Reiki, if we don't look at ourselves, if we don't do the meditation, the self-reflection, make quiet time, how can we become a decent healer, Many times when I was practicing with Bapa Manku and Wayan, it was quiet time, it was meditation. We used to pray, we used to meditate, we used to listen. And of course it was challenging spending so much time on my own, but the truth was it was absolutely amazing. So I am very, very grateful to all of you for all of your help, for all of your advice, for all of your support. And I'm just glad to be back and in a position where I can help. I mean, I'm working online. As I said, some of you have asked me to do home visits, which is fine. I'm sure we can figure out the COVID restrictions or meet in the garden, blah, blah, blah. This is it's passing. Things are moving now. So it won't be long before we have a new normal, and everybody can hug again and everything else, which is going to be so important. So please let me know your thoughts. I know many of you have asked for kind of refreshers with Reiki and things like that, but Reiki is about awakening yourself, awakening your soul, getting alignment with your soul, with your heart, with your inspiration, with your enthusiasm. I don't mind maybe putting a motivational video together for you. I don't know. I'm hoping to have a meeting with Carl on Saturday, Carl Matthews, who is a very, very dear friend. He's a bit of a dude, a bit of a star. And Carl and I will come up with some ideas. We were running confidence courses and business courses and things before I left the UK. So I'm grateful for all of you for bearing with me. I know many of you I promised to ring you and I've just been so tired. It's just such a huge adjustment, but I really appreciate you bearing with me. I appreciate the recommendations. To be honest, I appreciate everything. At the moment, I just appreciate nature. I've just been sat out in the fields with a picnic and a flask. And there's something really rather magical about appreciating the simple things in life. Seeing my granddaughters, seeing the smiles, just having the hugs, having the cuddles, seeing them growing, and they're really, really grown up, goodness me. My eldest granddaughter is 14 in November, and where that's gone, I don't know. I'm very lucky that my parents are, in reasonable health, considering I've been away for a long time, and they're taking care of themselves. Obviously, they are on the at risk because both over 70. But it's just been lovely catching up with you all, and I really appreciate your support through everything. So yeah, it's time to knuckle down again. It's time to get book 6 finished. It's time to get the other books sorted. It's time to come up with some new ideas. And all I can do is just take care of me. So I know many of you have long awaited seeing me in physical person. And, after spending a couple of weeks with family, 2.5 weeks with family, I then kind of hit a place where I just felt totally exhausted. So I kind of feel I've come through a bit of a tunnel, really, not in a horrible way. But I'm resurfacing. This girl is back. And I am missing all my friends in Geneva, Switzerland, Nepal, Bali, India. I'm grateful for so much support. I'm grateful for peace and quiet. I'm grateful for birdsong. I'm grateful for the clothes on my back. And a beautiful thing happened when I was staying with my son. Because many of you know, I gave away most of my things, my furniture. I remember my daughter she loved the boots I had, and she said, "Can I have them, Mum, the same size?" So I said, "Yeah, of course you can, I'm going, And I'd forgotten I left a suitcase of clothes at my mum's with my favourite green jacket and my favourite white jacket, my favourite brown jacket, and my brother dropped them off at my son's, and I was so grateful. And it's kind of been like that. And when you live out of a suitcase for 16 months and all you have is what's with you, everything all of a sudden becomes very, very precious. And I know that many spiritual teachers say that appreciation is one of the highest powers of the universe, but I swear to you honestly, it really, really, really is. And the joy of having my beautiful son and my beautiful daughter-in-law Rachel here has been such a surprise and so endearing. So I feel very blessed. Do forgive me, I've left my other phone on. I will just switch it on silent. So, I'm grateful to be back. I'm grateful for all of you that are just bearing with me. I'm just finding my feet, finding my way back into life again as such. And I don't know if many of you know, there's a shop in Chorley called Anise. It's absolutely wonderful. Nick purchased several of my books off me many years ago and was selling them for me. And they sell all sorts of beautiful spiritual things, many crystals, jewellery, the most wonderful incense, one of my favourite incense. And he remembered me when I walked in last week. I was amazed. And we were chatting for about an hour. He was asking me how I'd gone on, what I'd learned, and blah blah. And I was actually really touched, genuinely touched. And it's very humbling to come back. I have to say, very, very humbling. But he offered me a clinic space in the basement. There's no toilet in it, so I don't know. Many of you know that during healing and everything else, often people need the toilet. So I don't know if that space is going to be okay, but it feels fine to have a look. Another friend's offered me potentially a clinic space as well, because obviously I sold my house and I was working from home before. So with the COVID, these restrictions are, being moved and changed all the time. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. I just wanted you to let you know that I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm still kicking. I'm getting booked up very, very quickly for readings, healings, and many other things. And I'm just loving it. And everything's working online as it is, so that's okay. But thank you to all of you. There will be book 5. I'm going to ring the printers either today or tomorrow and just see when they're back open again, because I'm not sure they're open with the COVID. Get book 5 printed. Tony Johnson, you've got another job. And get book 6 written and get sorted out, really. So please wish me luck. It feels like a whole new adventure. It feels like a whole new me. I know I had a wonderful teacher in Bali. I had a lot of support from Aji, Wayan, Oka, Bapamanku, the one with the jewellery, and I've been very, very, very blessed. I had some beautiful friends out there, and some things are never forgotten. So take care of yourselves. As I say, if any of you need any absence and healing sending, just ask. It has been lovely to hear from many of you, and hopefully I will in the next few weeks be able to catch up with many of you, but I've been very, very tired making the adjustments and kind of just getting used to the transformation, really. But I can honestly say today is one of the first days where I feel really quite balanced, quite centred, and quite focused. So thank you, everybody. I'm just really grateful for your support. And it is nice to be back in the United Kingdom. It's nice to see the weather can be very changeable, as always. It's lovely to hear the Lancashire accent. It still seems a bit strange to me. Everywhere I go, it's like I see everything with the eyes of a child. Even walks I've done for decades, are just all new to me. Bumping into friends, as I said, I was in Tesco the other day and I bumped into Colin, and I thought, well, I'll tap him on the shoulder, I'm sure it's him, and sure enough it was, and he was just so surprised, but catching up was just wonderful. So yeah, just please bear with me, and if any of you want any appointments, just let me know. I'm just being kind to me at the moment while I make this transition. And yeah, just take care of yourselves. This COVID, everything's easing up a little bit. Let's pray that it's over sooner rather than later. I hope you had a wonderful solstice weekend. These are very powerful times for sure. And yeah, great big hugs to all of you, either virtual or real in due time, that's for sure. Yeah, times are changing for sure. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I will hopefully be able to do a FaceTime live tomorrow. If any of you want me to cover any particular subjects, self-realisation, self-awareness, personal responsibility, anything at all, just ask. It's a funny time for all of us, isn't it? We all need to support one another. And I do genuinely hope that there's going to be a real sense of community, camaraderie, a deepening of friendship as we come through this now. I think people are appreciating the simple things in life, which is always very endearing. We appreciate a good conversation, we appreciate a lovely coffee together, we appreciate sharing a hot chocolate, we appreciate sharing a picnic. And for me, seeing family again and being welcomed back, it's been absolutely tremendous. Many of you have asked to see me, and it's nice because I know it's meant with a genuine heart. So I hope you enjoy today. I hope you enjoy tomorrow. And I know COVID's been challenging for many, many people, but I am hoping there's a much better place for all of us on the other side of things. I don't know, but I know it certainly humbled me. I know I was very, very lucky to spend the first few months of COVID in Geneva, being able to walk by the lake and everything. And although at that time, I think many of you know, my friend Damien passed away, predominantly it was a beautiful, beautiful time. And even losing him, being able to buy 2 beautiful white roses and put one in the sacred trees in Orvive and one in the lake was very, very beautiful. To be able to come back and be able to read his book, I was reading it this morning, is really touching. And I visited his grave last week, which was really something as well. So here's to friendships far and wide. Here's to family. And here's to all of you, and here's to a better life on the other side of COVID, I hope. So, namaste. Peace to all of you. Om Shanti. Take care. Bye.